Neil Young threatened this week against Spotify that it was either him or it was Joe Rogan. You have to choose. You get Neil Young or Joe Rogan over his constant spread of misinformation. He said they can have Rogan or Young, not both. He said he wants his manager and his record label to let Spotify know immediately today that I want all my music off their platform. He said he's doing this because Spotify is spreading fake information about vaccines, potentially causing death to those who believe the disinformation. Well, 2 days after that letter was published, Spotify chose, and they are now removing Young's music from the streaming platform. Young, by the way, said that Spotify represented 60% of his streaming revenue globally, which amounts to a huge loss for his record company to absorb, but that he moved forward with removing his catalog because he could not continue to support Spotify's life-threatening misinformation to the music-loving public. So that is putting your wallet where your mouth is. He doesn't want to be affiliated with it. So it's sad that it went that way, but I sort of respect the stick-to-itiveness of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do my best to incorporate as many Neil Young songs in this sentence. Neil, you have a heart of gold. I hate to say it, for what it's worth, the needle and the damage is done. But keep on rocking in the free world. He has put us down. I mean, this is all he can really do, right? This is, as an artist, he's doing what he can, and it's admirable, because here in LA County, we had the youngest death yesterday from COVID, 15 months old.
That's crazy.
That happened, and it's really sad that we are still having these people making money off of misinformation. When I was single, I literally wouldn't date you if you listened to Joe Rogan's podcast. I couldn't. It was over immediately. Like, oh. Luckily, my boyfriend currently still has no idea who Joe Rogan is, so we're going really well and doing. But it's really sad, and I applaud. Like I said, Neil, you have a heart of gold. Those are all his songs. Yeah. I looked him up.
I'm not into music enough to know. Like, I know the last one you said. I know that I have liked Neil Young's songs, and maybe I'll look it up now as a result of this on some other platform. But anyway, yeah. But bear in mind, last month, hundreds of doctors petitioned Spotify to address Joe Rogan's history of broadcasting misinformation. Look, this isn't like, he interviews a lot of people. In theory, he could bring someone on and they could say something that he in the moment didn't know wasn't true. It's not about that though. It's about a pattern.
He also says it though. He's not just interviewing people. He's actually saying it, and he's telling people what to do. Oh, do this, do that, and it's like, Rogan.
And look, he gets to talk about a lot of stuff, but I want to ask a very brief, serious question to the audience. And if you're in the YouTube or Twitch chat, feel free to respond, and maybe we can get some Rogan fans. When they spend 2 years making people afraid of the vaccine or carving out all these groups that they say don't need it or hyping up fake side effects and all that, does anyone actually doubt that real people have died as a result of that? I don't know how many, I don't know who they are, where they live, I don't know what the number is, but does anyone doubt that people heard misinformation on Joe Rogan's show, changed their behavior as a result of it, and died as a result? I don't think even the most conservative person can honestly answer no to that.
We have evidence of it. His own listeners. I mean, they say we've been following. I mean, we could see him dying on Twitter, talking about following Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and I know that he just wants to do a show where he like smokes weed and talks. But you got a contract of $100 million, $100 million. Yes, millions of people listen to you. You have a responsibility. What you say and don't say, who you focus on, and who you don't, can have life and death consequences. It already has. So.
And I understand him wanting to have people on his show that have these controversial opinions. He's an entertainer. At the end of the day, he's an entertainer. He is not a news source. And so he needs to treat his show as that. It's an entertainment show. Have whomever you want on the show. I'm all for that. But put a disclaimer that, hey, that's their opinions. And I have don't act like you have all the answers, bro. Yep. Call you bro because I don't respect you.
Don't call me bro, please. Anyway, yeah, you have a responsibility when you have a platform. We take it seriously, and we have a tiny fraction of the audience of a Joe Rogan. He should take it seriously at some point. He's a grown-ass adult. People forget that. He is an adult. We can have standards. He is a rich adult.
He got very sick from COVID.
Yeah, also. But no, he took his cocktail, so he's fine now.
Horse pills,
among other things. There was some mongoose medicine in there.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.